Thank you so much, Arto. Hello, everyone. Just one notification from the technical team. So we're working on the voice quality now in the live stream. Welcome to the BusinessUp Demo Day 2020. I'm Jarkko Nissinen. I work as a head of startups at Startup Lifers, connecting the best startups in the Silicon Valley with the top Nordic talents. Although we are in the midst of exceptional situation, we are extremely happy we were able to organize this event presently and remote. So hello to the audience there watching the live stream. Please put your comments, thoughts, and ideas to the chat in the YouTube, and Arto here will direct them to me. And thank you, Ville and Gösta Films, making this technically possible. Before we move any further, just wanted to remind the teams at the Teams meeting to keep your mics muted before you bring down the house with your pitch. Indeed, we have 11 great teams giving their pitch, and they've gone through a 10-week intensive program in their journey to become successful entrepreneurs. These teams were selected because they have an innovative idea with scalable business model, and they've shown international potential as well. Arto, Johanna, and the team in Turku Science Park have done a spectacular job bringing this to life and running the show. And thank you also partners, mentors, friends, and the teams for making BusinessUp so amazing. So let's give a warm hand of applause for everyone. About today's show. So teams will have 3 minutes to pitch their idea. And the judges will have 3 minutes to evaluate and assess, put these ideas under scrutiny. So let's move on to introducing our judges today. First up, we have Milla Forsman from Lukander Ruohola HTO. And as we're awarding 2 teams today, and you're participating to the grand prize. So could you tell about the prize for the winner of BusinessUp Demo Day 2020?
Yeah, the winner gets a gift certificate, which entitles the winner to 1 day of legal advice or consultation from our attorneys at Lukander Ruohola HTO, our office.
Sounds really great. Thank you, Milla, so much. And heading to the next judge, Turo Numminen from Sophocus Ventures. Turo Numminen from Sophocus Ventures. What's your special focus area today when assessing these pitches?
Yeah. Well, as we are the early stage funding instrument, we usually assess the go-to-market plan. We see we pay a lot of attention to the team, how the team is working, how they are executing, how they are testing, how they are like piloting their idea, and also how they acquire customers. So basically, we try to assess the early stage of the company and also see that if the team has the willingness and also abilities to really build a great successes. And also we try to fit how can we help with the teams.
Sounds really interesting. Thank you, Turo. And then third up, we have Raul Lehtonen from Monttu Ventures. Raul, could you share us what kind of value does Business Accelerator, like BusinessUp, bring to these startups?
Well, in my opinion, there are like 2 big added value pros. The first one would be that when you have a group of people who actually believe in you, you obviously become more confident in yourself. You start to believe in your own knowledge and your own abilities. And also on the other hand, another important aspect is obviously that you get the group of people who can observe your own business idea and the startup from a critical perspective. So you obviously then could have a discussion with people outside of your own team from your own startup and also develop your own idea or your own business plan.
Sounds really good. Thank you so much, judges. We'll get back to you really soon. So 2 teams will be awarded today, and you must be asking what is the criteria, how these 2 will be selected. So I'll share it to you. So the criterion is as following. First, the need. Is there a demand for this solution, and is the solution unique? Then the pitch. Is the pitch complete and fluent? Third up, is the idea viable? So is the idea viable, and does the team have the competencies to execute? And fourth, the special sauce. Is there something really special that the team can bring to the table? So these 4 criteria now define who will be selected as the winner of BusinessUp Demo Day 2020. I'm feeling the excitement building here. How do you guys feel? Do you want to start the show?
Yeah.
Sounds really good. So let's move on to the first team, Sauti Kitabu, which means in Swahili, audiobook, and is an audiobook application in Swahili language for East African markets. Markku, let's bring the house down. The floor is yours. All right, some technical difficulties, but we'll cope with that. So next up we have Socio, which is promoting circular economy at all levels. May I invite Omar to the stage, and let's give a big round of applause for him.
Hello everyone. My name is Omar, and this is Socio Network, enabling and accelerating circular economy transition. I'm going to give you some context about linear economy, which is taking a resource, transforming it into a product, and then going to waste. Circular economy is taking this line and making it a circle, assuring that we have availability of raw materials, cost saving in logistics and procurement, and also securing the supply chain continuity. This is how a supply chain can look like, partially circular. But still there are some side streams and byproducts that are going to waste. So we want to take this to this, where companies of different sizes and industries can interact with each other, creating strategic partnerships and taking this waste into circulation. This is an example of a ceramic company taking broken and defective ceramics to a brick manufacturer to create new bricks. With Socio, there are many examples like this that we could make possible by matchmaking, which otherwise is rather difficult. Let's take now a textile processing plant, which is, let's say in Turku, they're going to receive all the textiles from Finland. So they need a digital platform to collect, to find their targets like collectors, processors, users of end-of-life textile, to assure that this material and textile are going to be in circulation and repurposed. But in reality, this is how it looks like. So sugar beet is going to become sugar product, yes, but there's so much added value in these side streams that you can see in the green part. That's why we exist. Socio, as a platform, as a digital platform, as a marketplace, is trying to connect material streams and revenue streams and vice versa. And this can be done publicly or privately, because we understand companies really value their own sensitive information. So we're going to get money in code in transactions, advertisement, and also our privacy feature, which is a paid service. In Finland, we have this amount of companies per size, of which 10.6 is manufacturing in these subcategories that you can see here. In the next 5 years, we want to get 50% of that total, which is around 4,000 companies. To bring these companies different benefits like new paths of growth and products and services, reaching new customers and increasing market share, and also anticipating to regulations like in 2025, 2030 that Finland has in mind. Disrupting market through innovation like substitution of a raw material, building brand reputation, and of course, long-term and like macro benefit delivering in favor of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We are a team of 3, myself, CEO, Ingrid, CCO, and Jan, our CTO and technology partner. If you know any company that would like to be in touch with us, want to probably listen to this, please let us know. We are very happy to talk to them. Socio Network, connecting the dots. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for the pitch. It was really interesting in my opinion, and also the whole phenomena circular economy is quite trending, at least here in Finland. What's your personal connection to the whole scene of circular economy? How did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, so I studied logistics back in university, and I was very interested into inverse logistics. So from that point, I started to get involved with sustainability and eventually circular economy by myself. So when I came to Finland, I started to join these kind of programs, and I really saw that Finland is a really good place to start your own company in these kind of things. So circular economy was this year, probably more than before, into my radar, and I started to connect with many people in Turku especially. So I think that helps a lot. The networking here is very, very good, and I saw the opportunity, and I think the market is waiting for this, I think. Yeah.
Could you explain a bit of what kind of network or team you have in this company?
Yeah. So myself, I'm CEO, business developer, and in circular economy, involved. Ingrid is our CCO, which is in concept design, creative, visuals, marketing, and Jan Borgelin is our CTO and technology partner from Empirica, Finland. It's an established company. So they manage everything that is related with data-driven solutions, software development, blockchain, IoTs. So when we connect these to circular economy, it just elevates circular economy to a 2.0 if we integrate technology to this kind of digital platform or marketplaces.
I'm not familiar with this business area, but are there competition in this area?
Yeah, one of the differences from our competitors, one of them are in Helsinki, is that this public and private feature is not available. It's just public. And many companies feel like sometimes they're not ready, at least in the beginning, to get in touch with another platform that can put their waste or their side streams byproducts. So our difference is offering this encryption or privacy feature that they can connect with other companies without exposing sensitive data.
Well, thank you. I can really see the need, and as you are familiar with the EU raw materials center, it's pretty fair to say that there will be a growing market need for this kind of services.
Thanks, Omar, for starting the show. Great pitch. Let's move on further. So next up, we have MAV Siivouspalvelut. And they're introducing a solution how technology meets cleaning. Let's see how it goes. Welcome, Natalia.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, MAV, where technology meets cleaning. This is Bob. Bob spends about 8 hours of his daily work cleaning windows. Bob, like every other human being, needs to eat, needs to drink coffee, have a toilet break, and he obviously gets tired. This job brings a great risk to his life, and trust me, Bob's seen the things that Bob has seen cannot be unseen while he was cleaning the offices of the windows of the offices. When it comes to us, we know that the human being is 80. Oh my God. Yeah, no, don't worry. At MAV Siivouspalvelut, we believe that the future of the cleaning industry belongs to the cooperation of people like Bob and drones, robots like this. This is a Thunder drone. Thunder drone, yes. And let me explain to you how does it work. Basically, in order to reduce the weight of the drone, the electricity and water comes from the ground. Instead of the chemical, we use the water and apply the pressure to it. It is run by the licensed professional, and for the safety reasons, it is attached to the rope. Why is it better than the traditional window cleaning? Drones are 80% more efficient than the human beings. Also, the clients get the smaller bills, and us as a cleaning company, we have more time to serve other customers. The cameras can be switched off, and then there is less health risk involved. When it comes to the market value, the residential cleaning market value, it's 2 billion euros in Finland. 10% of it goes to the window cleaning. The average price, it's about 50 euros an hour for the traditional window cleaning. And we believe that with this service, we can get about 360,000 euros annually, excluding the windmill cleaning and the solar panel cleaning. The competition is quite high, I must say, but we are talking about the manual cleaning. We think that our indirect competitor is the new technology of self-cleaning windows, but it's not that much available yet, and it's quite expensive. Why us? The core team is, there are 3 of us, and we can't forget about the amazing team of our cleaners. We operate in 4 maakuntas in Finland. So basically, Value is in charge of the operation, myself, sales and business development, and Nora, she sells and market our services. In total, we have together over 20 years of experience in business. We've been serving happily clients for about 8 years, like Restel, Pep, or Tesla. In terms of Patrick Halford is our mentor in terms of the drones, and then we have the partners as well, which are the Flyby guys. They are the drone company operating in Vantaa. We are looking for the pilot customer who shares our vision of automatization of the cleaning services, and also where we could utilize our certificate for the COVID cleaning from the Global Biorisk Advisory Council. Thank you.
Start again.
Yes.
Okay. So, if I understood correctly, you have the drones. Do you own the drones yourself, or do you get the drones as a service from another company?
So that's the beauty of it, because we have experience in cleaning, and what I've been looking for is the way of outsourcing it. So we know what our business is, which is cleaning, and we are good at that. So what we were looking for is the partner who can provide the IT service and the drone service, and is responsible for that.
Okay. And then a follow-up question: when you mentioned that the average hourly price of a traditional cleaning is around 50 euros, in your opinion, how much would this type of drone cleaning cost per hour?
So that's a good question. Basically, we were talking to the drones companies, and they were saying it might be about the same price or a little bit higher, but we are talking about efficiency here. So
Obviously.
For example, let's say that their windows, like this building would be cleaned within a few days, and the drone can do it within a day. So I think efficiency, when we are talking about the value proposition, I would say that efficiency definitely is the key, plus the privacy protection. That's also very important.
Thank you.
Have you already reached potential clients or customers? Are they interested in this?
Yes. So basically, yes, they are. But when we are talking about the drone cleaning, it is still under the development. So I think that this is the project that we could kickstart definitely next year. I was actually surprised by the great feedback I have received. So definitely and no one else is doing it at the moment in Finland. There was a company who would try to develop such drones, but they stopped. I tried to contact them, but it was not successful. There's also another company in Latvia who was trying to come up with a similar solution, but they stopped as well. I think it's because of the skyscrapers that were looking for the solution specifically for the skyscrapers. We don't have such in Finland. So I think the solutions available at the moment are very much okay for the Finnish market.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, this sounds excellent, and I think one of the bottlenecks will be, can you really make it happen? Mm-hmm. So how sure you are that if I buy a window cleaning, you can deliver it in a few months?
When it comes to the time frame, I can't really say, because as I said, I talked, for example, to the potential customer yesterday, and I have to talk to more of the potential customers, because I think I talked to the CEO of one of the biggest shopping malls in Turku, but I think I would like to get the feedback from the industrial client as well, like to see the feedback from different sectors of.
Sorry, I was going to rephrase. Is it how far you are from the working solution for this? Because I see this also like race to the game, who can make it
Yeah, so you know, the first one is always the most challenging. I would say it's not that close. I would say we are halfway, because all the work we have done, it's like we have the most important. We're talking to the potential customer. I think that's the very that's the start, and we have a partner who can do more about drones. And then I would say about half a year. That it takes time. I'm not saying I can deliver it next year.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And one ask, what else you are asking? You are like looking for a tech partner to be able to make this drone a reality.
Yes, because basically we have the business expertise. We can sell, we can market, we can deliver. So I would say that's why we've been I was talking to the flyby guys, and I also got connection to other drone companies.
Yeah.
This can be. I'm not saying it can be our main source of income, because I see it as an extra service. And also, if the customers are not very much in love with drones, we can offer traditional window cleaning. That's the beauty in this industry, that if what the robots cannot do, or I can do it manually. So
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia. I'm expecting that drone to come to do my spring cleaning next year. So next up, we have Nutrinity, and they plan to produce food from food waste. How? Please share your wisdom, Nitin.
Nutrinity, from waste to food. We talked to several restaurants and cafeterias in Finland and found that they have a challenge storing their food waste for a week or even longer before they can be picked up from the centralized facility for processing. We are solving that by building decentralized waste management units, which not only tackle the waste locally, but also produce biogas, fertilizer, and fresh food from it. And we do this all under one roof. The advantages for the restaurants are obvious. Free daily waste pickup, which we offer, which they have to pay for, by the way, right now, plus a carbon neutral stamp from our side. The social and environmental impact for this project are enormous. Besides the reduced food production costs, reduced carbon emissions, and the community empowerment, we also tackle 4 of the UN SDGs at the moment. Business model is quite simple. We sell everything we produce, food, fertilizer, and biogas. A lot of companies here in Finland are already producing biogas, fertilizer, or food. But our small scale actually allows us to optimize this whole ecosystem in such a way that the production and energy efficiency is increased. And that is giving us a unique advantage over our competitors at the moment. The market size for the food and agricultural industry is huge, and the vertical farming market is also growing year by year. Right now, with a steady growth of 1 unit per year, we aim to capture 6 million euros by the year 2025. For this, with me, I have Thibaut, who's a process engineer with 7 years experience and in the power plant industry. And he also has an MBA to help with the business side. I myself have a PhD in biochemistry and 2 years experience in circular economy and waste management systems. We came together in May, and since then we have been working on this full time. And right now we're in advanced talks with universities across Finland to build our proof of concept. We recently came third in the InnoFrugal pitching competition earlier this month, and you can see the universities we are also partnering up with. Right now we're looking for advisors and angels in the food tech industry to help us build our proof of concept and realize our pilot. I'm Nitin for Nutrinity. Thank you so much.
Well, if I start this time, it is also like same question as the previous reality check. Are you sure you can deliver what you promise? Because this also sounds very intriguing.
Yes, and that's exactly why we are building the POC, so that it actually is, we deliver what we promise. This chain actually exists already, but it's broken because it exists in parts. And right now, if we show from one point to the end, that's exactly what you will need to feature as a POC, and then we know that this can be built as. So that's the proof of concept right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I presume that like building this type of production facility with your own capital would be quite expensive.
Yeah.
is there, in your opinion, would there be a possibility, for example, here in Finland, to some way license this kind of production plant or production line? Or is the challenge in itself that you would need to create it yourself?
Well, actually, that's a good question, because that brings me to our long-term vision, which is actually to productize the unit and put it to sell it to developing nations, where this can be installed in the communities, and so that people can take care of it by themselves, utilizing the waste. Waste management system is a much bigger problem in developing countries in Asia and Africa, so that's where the real market lies. Right now, because we are starting, we want to use it as a service in Finland and sell the products we produce, but ultimately we want to productize the unit and sell the unit as a whole.
I would like to know a little bit more about your team's background. So, do you have background in this?
Yeah. So I come from India, and the solution there is actually sort of this exists, but in a very frugal and very inefficient way, let's say. So that's where the original idea, that's where it comes from. And since Corona hit in May, or actually March, then I've been sort of developing this further, and then I was looking for someone who can help me with the energy side of things, because I'm not experienced there. So I found Thibaut online in a kiosk insight platform, and he was also willing to help me out with this, and that's where that's when we started developing this together. And we plan to also expand the team once we are starting the POC. So that, of course, includes a master thesis student who can do the lab work, plus architects and engineers who can then build the infrastructure for the actual production unit. So that comes later, as soon as we start with the, sorry, okay. Yeah, that comes later as soon as we start with the POC. Yeah.
One final question. When you mentioned that, like, regarding the revenue model of the company, you would produce fertilizers, you would produce also food that would be fertilized with the fertilizer that you produce, and also biogas. In your opinion, what would be your main area of revenue from this?
It's definitely food.
Okay. And
yeah.
For what reason?
The food production which we can have will be much more than, in comparison to the, so the volume of the food we produce will be much more than biogas or fertilizer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nitin, for that. So next up, we have Loopy Foods that provides a healthier fast food option for Finns by establishing instant warm vegan noodles dispenser across the country. I'm becoming already hungry. So let's see how it's gonna do. Loopy Foods, welcome to the stage.
Hello. So Loopy Foods, personalized vegan soup noodles, 24/7. That's me testing different instant noodles that is available from K-Market, because I got frustrated waiting for 15-20 minutes in front of the burger joint. And I found there is a problem in Finland that there is not much diversity in the fast food scenario, and also healthy choices one could make which is available 24/7. So I discussed this problem with my teammates, who are my close friends more than 7 years, and also passionate about healthy eating and cooking. And after a lot of brainstorming and discussions, we came up with a solution. That is to sell vegan soup noodles from a vending machine, and also which is healthy and vegan, ready to eat 24/7. Not only you can choose ingredients which you want to add into the soup noodles, but also you can create unique recipes which you can share with your friends. And also this app will give you the nutrient recommendations. So never get bored again with same recipes. So annual vending machine food sales in EU is almost 14.6 billion euro, and it is going to be increasing in the coming years. And there is an increasing trend of vegan and vegetarian restaurants in EU, and Finland is one of the best countries to be a vegetarian in the Europe. So our direct competitors will be McDonald's and Hesburger. And we came up with this idea to BusinessUp Accelerator program organized by SparkUp Turku. And right now we have a working prototype, which you see in the second picture, which is the main part of the vending machine that will dispense ingredients into your cup. And we are also talking with potential partners, which will help to make this first vending machine for us. We are also talking to real people to see their responses to this idea. So majority of them, more than 80%, buy more than 10 takeaways per month. and more than 62% will buy soup noodles from a vending machine if this service exists. So we are selling noodles through per cup sale and subscription, and also through advertisements on our vending machine. We will start in the Helsinki capital region with 10 machines with 4.85 euro per cup, and if we sell 20 cups per day per machine, we will have a return of investment at the end of 14th month. So now we are looking for organic food suppliers and early adopters to keep our machines, and an investor mentor who is also passionate about innovative food solutions. So I am the founder of Lupi Foods, Arun Menu. If you want to support our journey, please visit our website, lupi.fi. Thank you.
So your business model is only the vending machines with these cups, no cups in the market, or
no, it's selling the noodle cups through the vending machine. Yeah, so the core business is to sell the product, sell the cup noodles.
Yeah, sell the vending machines. Yeah.
So are you personally, is your company like owning the vending machines and then like placing them on the strategic locations?
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Could you open a bit what type of background your team has?
So my team, my co-founder Dayagumar, he's experienced in 3D printing, electronics. He has been working in a Chinese company doing this for more than 2 years. He also holds 2 patents, Chinese patents. So he is a inventor of this dispensing technology that makes these vending machines possible. Because there are such machines, not similar machines, but vending machines in Asian markets that only gives packed food which you can warm it up using microwave oven and eat. But in our case, we are not going for that. We are allowing the option to customers to choose their own ingredients, so they can make their own recipe without any added preservatives or additives. So you can also create unique recipes every time. But not only that, we will have default menu recipes in the vending machine, but we also give the option to customers to make their own recipes. Yeah, and my other team members, Melvin, he's also a software engineer. He has been working he's in Sanoma working right now, and he has more than 5 years of experience. And Anu, who is a design lead, she also have experience in working in a startup. So we all were working in a startup before, so we worked together, so we have that experience as well. And myself, I'm a cell biologist and microscopist, and I understand nutrition. And we all are passionate about healthy cooking, so we understand how to make yummy product that is also nutritious.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Arun, so much. I'm still hungry, so we'll see if I'll get a cup of noodles during the break. So next up we have Great Outdoors Finland, and they help companies at travel and tourism industry to stand out and differentiate with uncommon experience services. So let's welcome to the stage Kari.
GOF, virtualized experiences. There are always people who want to explore and discover the world for new experiences. And there are plenty of experience service providers across the world who are more than willing to sell their services. But we have a major problem when the traditional traveling is not an option. So how to get out of that problem? Our service, GOF, virtualized experiences. How it works? The service creators upload their content to our service, and consumers, they can choose and buy the virtual services and experiences what they are interested in. And when their payment has been approved, they can have that experience on their own with the friends at home. We get the share of that payment, and the service providers get paid based on their contract. There are players on this field. There's one big one in China called Vir. Also, Google and Facebook are playing on that one, but they are not focusing on the high quality VR content. So this idea has been developed here in the BusinessUp 2020. We have been discussing with the Helsinki XR Center, which is the incubator for extended reality entrepreneurs. We have one service provider and creator on board, and we're looking for and discussing about the first pilot project with the Regional Council of Lapland. I started this journey on my own 10 weeks ago. Now there are 6 of us. We met here in BusinessUp and decided to join the forces because we share the same vision about the virtual world. We are looking for the business developer who will help us to develop this idea to the scalable business. I'm Kari. I'm a founder, CEO, and professional diving instructor at GOF, and we virtualize experiences. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you for the pitch. I presume this type, especially now we are living the time of COVID, everybody knows that we can't travel that lot. And also it's a big problem, at least for the companies in Lapland that do some sort of travel business. Would this service work in a way that the travel service providers would then produce the content themselves, meaning that, at least in my opinion, this type of like really authentic virtual experience needs a good quality. The production and the like videos and everything that would be the service itself, or would you then provide that type of service also for the travel companies?
Let's start with the quality. So that's the main topic for our service actually. The content needs to be very high quality. And that's the point why we are building up the network for the service providers or content creators actually, who's recording those ones. They are professional on that one and they can help the travel industry or business owners to make the promotion videos and VR content for them.
And I see like a big potential in this type of business, especially now when there's a big demand or challenge in the Lapland, for example in Lapland, when, well, the season is cancelled basically, so they could at least get some sort of revenue from this type of virtual traveling.
Yeah, exactly. That was the one thinking behind actually, like the Husky operators over there.
Yeah.
Every single dog is actually making loss every second. So this is the way, and for another optional revenue stream for them, at least getting rest of the fixed cost.
Thank you.
But also for the future, like the young generations, which are thinking very ecological nowadays. So that's something which I believe a lot actually, the virtual traveling and experience are picking up by them a lot.
Continuing with that theme, it is definitely viable now. There's a need for this kind of solution. What is your edge after perhaps someday there won't be this COVID situation and people can again travel? Is it the climate change aspect, or what is then your?
The climate change is one, for sure, but also I think all this COVID issue we have actually, it will change the way what people are traveling actually. They are more careful about going abroad, and if you can get the good service and good content through your devices at home, for example, at least you can actually research your destination advanced, and that way actually getting more out of your trip if you're going there.
Well, just asking, what are your next steps in order to get this first proof of concept online or in the hands of the customers?
Yeah, we have like the cloud service in place, and we need the pilot project for the pilot customer for that one actually. So we are starting on a very light level as a POC, and then get learning out of that one actually, and then go further on to build up the proper business.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kari, for a great pitch. Next up, we have Karitech Oy, and they introduced the world's first virtual power plant and fast DC-AC car charging unit. So where the song TNT meets Elon Musk. Let's hear what they have to say. Let's give a warm hand for Karitech Oy.
Let me start with giving you a reminder. This is the only home we have. We cannot go anywhere else. There is no planet B. It's not like we can say, hell, we screwed up everything here on Earth, now we go to the moon and do it again. Forget it. So the problem is that we, for some generations, have burned fossil fuels in one way or the other to get energy, to get transportation. We are looking at both actually here. We're looking at the EV charging. That is another problem in electrifying our entire transport needs, because there's not enough profitable charging points. There's no money in charging an electric car. The other thing is there's not enough power cables, there's not enough infrastructure in the grid that can sufficiently supply our new electricity needs. We have a solution for that, and that is a containerized solution. We take a container, fill 1 megawatt of batteries in it, also car chargers, and we connect it fluently with the energy grid so that at one place, supermarket, let's take a hospital, you put it there, you don't need the diesel generator in the hospital to have energy supply there for emergency, but you also have EV car charging, and you can spend more energy because you can get it at night, and you can use it in the daytime, for example. So this evens out, we call it load balancing in business. Container standard cost 800,000 euros. The earning potential for one container, worst case scenario, in Finland, based on statistical data, is 317,000 euros per year of passive income, not including any royalty or revenue coming from the car charging. Here's some of few projects that our suppliers or our colleagues have supplied. Our supplier has 900 projects, not similar to ours, but basically the same thing, because we are the most advanced client for solar stabilization, grid stabilization, or emergency energy stabilization. The business model is you can either lease the product, you can have us do a turnkey solution, we do everything for you, or as an investor you buy it, we put it up, and you get the revenue. And it could be implemented in a shopping mall or somewhere else where you can offer car charging. My wife Carita is the CEO. She also is the CEO of my life. And I'm the humble inventor of this, together with Olli Ukkonen. He is a lawyer here in Turku, an investor. Not in the company, but he's investment manager. So he's our CFO. Are we done now? Okay, but this is it. Thank you very much.
Well, I start by questioning, I would like to know a bit more about the team, so go ahead and...
I have been doing inventions for more than 38 years. I started in the alternative energy with wind turbines, because I'm from Denmark, and wind turbines, that's a natural thing. I have been doing that my whole life. My wife has 25 years of project management in the IT multinational industry, supplying huge clients worldwide from Finland. My brother is also a crazy electricity guy like me. We both have our education behind us, and we have grown up. This is actually a family spin-off. We date our first products all the way back to 1973 through our father, who was also an electronic engineer. So we learned this basically from when we were babies. We've been playing with electronic components all our life. We made the first energy storage in the world. My father made that in 1978. We also came with the first charger for lithium-ion batteries. That was made in 1978 also, 40 years before the batteries was invented. But this charger, we have it physically, and it works.
Thank you.
Where's your company now? What's your next step?
We're ready to take orders. We have everything sorted out. We have parts of all our parts working in the market today. Our car charging facility, we licensed that from a Finnish company. They are on 15% of all new installations for DC chargers in Finland. And we have a customized version from them, so we do it 100 times more powerful than they do in their standard installation. Same control module. We have the communication module, which enables us to earn the money on the passive income, as I mentioned. There is 8 functioning models that is 90% like what we do, but with a smaller battery, working in IoT Salo and in Espoo. These are part of the new Nokia power stations for the 5G network, Luxturing, that's the name of them. That communication model is what enables us to do the power trading for the power reserve markets. As I mentioned, our supplier from China of the batteries and the containers, they have successfully so far installed 900 projects worldwide. So what we're doing is that we're bringing a handful of technologies, existing approved technologies together into one project, and then we sell it. So we have a container coming from China, land in Turku, fit some technology into it, and ship it on.
Well, thank you. I guess we are over time. Let's continue discussing. This sounds like a compelling investment case. And thank you for a good explanation.
Thank you, Niels, for the great pitch. Next up, we have Our Box, and they provide automated tool rental services to people living in apartment buildings. So more solutions that I need desperately. Eero, bring it on.
Our Box, tool sharing made easy. Here you can see the current way of using tools in apartment buildings. We have multiple apartments right next to each other, and they often have very similar tools. And many people don't even buy their own tools because they don't use them that often. We believe that this is not efficient, it's not really smart, and it's not sustainable. What we provide is the Our Box. The Our Box is a smart locker that we install into the common areas of an apartment building, from which residents can go and easily borrow any kind of tools that they wish using our app. And we will also make instructional videos on how to use the tools. This will make it very accessible and also cost efficient. If you look at the current way you want to rent a tool, you need to pay at least 10 euros for 1 day of renting the tool. From us, you can get access to over 10 tools for a month for half the price. Here you can see some of the current options for the models. This is a more robust model, and we have also some more design-oriented models. We will charge the housing companies and on a subscription basis, so monthly or yearly. And yeah, it will be an all-inclusive service. We will take care of the tools and the replacements and everything that is necessary, of course. We're looking to expand into 100 apartment buildings in Finland in the next 3 years, and also further than Finland. Here you can see our team, myself, Markus, and Lauri and Eero. They are my great friends, and we're really passionate about solving real-world problems, and this is one that we found that we think we can solve. And we also think the sustainability aspect is very important. The future is in collaborative consumption. Here you can see my friend Eero collecting the award for the Invention of the Year at JCL Finland. And we were really excited to win that. And we also received quite a nice funding from them to develop the idea. Now we are looking for some real estate company or a housing company to do the pilot with and test this idea out. So thank you.
Well, this was a really interesting idea and definitely something that's doable. And just wondering what kind of response you have getting from apartment buildings or housing communities or something. What's the customer response so far?
Yeah, we have been in contact with potential customers, and there has been interest for this kind of service. They are interested in providing their residents with ways to make living easier in new ways, and also make it more attractive to potential new buyers of the apartments.
I also like this idea, and I would personally like to use this kind of myself. When you said that you would then bring these tools as a service for the housing company, what type of costs are we talking about? Are we talking about like 500 euros per month for a housing company, or let's say 5,000 euros? So what's like the what?
Yeah, so it would be about 400 euros per month. So we're looking at targeting some bigger housing companies. If they have about 100 apartments, that would be 4 euros per apartment per month.
So that's quite doable.
Yeah.
I think we have slight time pressure, so no further questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for solving that problem to me. Next up, we have Fluent in 60, and it is a B2B digital learning content provider for business professionals. I can name one competitor for it, and it was a book given to me, How Do You Become from a Complete Failure to a Successful Business Professional? So Ian, please let me know what's the competitor for that one.
So in 1995, me and my business partner David were working for what was at the time the biggest business English language training company in Europe. And every year we organized a party for our teachers. And every year we invited a guest speaker. In 1995, the guest speaker was a lady from Imatran Voima. It was their personnel manager. And she came to tell us how important the language training program we were running for them was. More interestingly, she told us why they had a language training program in the first place. A year earlier, they'd sent a team to Australia to negotiate for a 400 million, back in those days, marca deal. They didn't get it. They lost to a German company. And according to this lady, the reason they lost was not because of what they were offering. It wasn't because they were too expensive. It was because the Germans spoke better English. Now that's a bit of a sad story, but it doesn't have to be so sad. A few years ago, I trained the owner of a small company here in Turku to give the pitch of a lifetime. He went off and he made a presentation and he came back with a 10 million euro contract. The contract enabled him to go international, and it also secured the jobs of the 40 people that worked for him. That was 5 years ago. That was a happy ending. And that's what we want to do for so many more companies, create that happy ending. But there's only two of us, me and David. We can't scale ourselves. We can't find any more hours in the day. So somehow we had to find a solution, and that's where Fluent in 60 came from. At the moment, we are investigating various English corpora that we will use as the database for our program. We've got a few guys from the AI department in Turku University a little bit excited, and they're looking at developing the actual interface for us. When it's ready, the program will record, analyze, and give feedback on all aspects of spoken English. Pronunciation, I'm running out of time. Grammar, vocabulary, word order, the whole thing. you'll get instant feedback and you'll be graded to encourage you to try and improve further. What we're looking for is expertise, contacts, and investment. So if you're interested in talking to us, we'll be very happy to hear from you. And hopefully we can make sure that in the future, more contracts are won than lost. Thank you.
So just to be sure, you are selling some kind of software or application?
It'll be basically an online voice platform. Basically, if you think about Duolingo, you've heard of Duolingo? Yeah. Duolingo, Babel, the Rosetta Stone, they're all out there trying to help people learn a language. The one thing that isn't out there at the moment is a program that specializes in helping you to improve your spoken language competency. That's what makes us unique. That's what got the guys in Turku University excited. AI, if it's text, there are plenty of AI programs out there that will analyze text and help you improve your writing skills. There's nothing out there at the moment that will help you improve your verbal communication skills in English. And that's what we're focusing on.
Okay. Well, how far are you getting this completed? So what kind of funding support are you needing?
Well, actually, we're not too sure at the moment because, for example, the data. There are several English corpora that exist at the moment, so basically the whole language has already been digitalized. So we're hoping to talk to the guys that own the rights to those things. We don't know whether they want to lease it to us, if they'll sell it to us. If they're very kind, they might even like to give it to us. I doubt it, somehow. And then it's the clever stuff, the AI. Yeah. And if we can work with Turku University, maybe the Finnish taxpayer would like to pay for it. We'll have to see.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I guess we're running out of time.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Thank you.
Sian, for the great pitch.
Thanks.
Let's move on to the first one. It's kind of a deja vu, but Saudi Kitab is an audio content application in Swahili language for East African markets. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hello, my name is Markku Liukkonen and I'm representing upcoming startup company called Sauti Kitab. Sauti Kitab is an audio content mobile application in Kiswahili language for East African markets and Swahili speakers globally. It's an interesting market. There's about 100 million Kiswahili speakers. Our target group, the early adapters in Tanzania, is about 20 to 25 million. And as you can see, the distribution of the age is quite young in Tanzania. Now you are probably thinking that why is this white boy talking about East Africa? Well, I went to Tanzania as an exchange student in 2007, and since 2009 I've been working with Finnish Media and Journalism NGO, so for the last decade I've been traveling all around Tanzania. And I've been extremely privileged to see the development in Tanzania. The GDP is growing 6 to 7% per year, mobile subscription, internet penetration, the middle class is growing fast, but we have noticed that there's a huge lack and demand for Kiswahili content with mobile apps. This is the issue that we've been talking a lot with the co-founder of Sauti Kitabu, Mr. Hilali Ruhundwa. Down on the left you can see that he's been in Finland a few times, and down on the right you can see us in our normal habitat at the beach having beers and talking. A few years where we were at the beach talking, and Hilali told me that Markku, I have a new business, I'm selling audio stories. Tell me more. So, Hilali records a story, uploads it to WhatsApp group where the customers can buy these by sending mobile money to Hilali, and Hilali will send the MP3 via WhatsApp. Quite difficult. Maybe you should have an app for that. So, for the last 3 years there has been an app. Our MVP, Simulation Hadithi, we have over 64,000 downloads, 5,000 active users, and last April we even tried a little bit of influencer marketing and it went quite nicely. But now we want to develop this to Sauti Kitabu. We still have the stories, but now we are adding the educational material and audiobooks. Audiobooks, we are cooperating with the local publishers. The educational material is coming from the NGO side, but with the stories, there we have a new innovation. we are creating a novel way to generate income for the end users. If you are a farmer, housewife or student, but you're a hell of a storyteller, you can record your story, upload it to Sauti Kitabu, we will sell it and market it, and the user can get the money immediately via mobile money payment. This is the team, me and Hilali. Jussi is our app developer, and Matthias is advising us with the business development. We have first movers advantage. There is really not that much competition at the moment. We also have over 10 years of experience in East Africa media field. At the moment we are building up the papers for the company, then we are starting our seed round, collecting more content, and then we can start marketing Sauti Kitabu in Tanzania so people can start to use their time wisely. Thank you, asante sana.
Thanks for the great question. Next up we have Mayak. They import high quality and 100% organic herbal tea from Slovakia to Finland. And I bet this is our cup of tea, so Susanna, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Susanna from Mayak. Do you know what is the most consumed beverage in the world? Surprise, it's tea. I am Susanna and I drink tea. As an enthusiastic tea drinker, I have been thinking about issues concerning about tea drinking. One of them is from where the Finnish tea comes. This is the result of my investigation. And there is one big ethical issue on this. It looks like this. This woman is not making much money. This is a typical text behind the tea packaging. As you can see, there is almost everything, which made me wondering, what am I really drinking? I have solved both of these problems because my tea comes from European Union country Slovakia. It's a country with beautiful, pure nature and big tradition in making tea from herbs. These plants are the product of pure nature and there is nothing added on the tea. It has several effects on well-being, and in Slovakia, doctors can write you herbal tea for some diseases. This is how Mayak's branding looks like. If you look closer to it, you can see the purpose of the product in the packaging, which makes it very clear and informative. This is how I will enter the Finnish tea market. I will start with B2B sales, which makes my business to grow very fast and makes it very scalable. This is a good idea because there is 55 million euros in Finnish tea market and it has been in a big growth in the recent years. There is only 20 players sharing this value and I will reach the offices making office coffee, office tea phenomenon. I will reach the cafeterias, restaurants, wellness centers, gyms, and also the suppliers of tea in Finland, so-called tea houses. Would you like to try Mayak's 100% traceable, ethical tea, pure of nature, having proven positive health effects, which is packed in modern trendy fashion branding? This is my team, me and Eva Čefailova in Slovakia. I am an advertising specialist, I have made all the branding for the product, and Eva is a herbal tea wizard knowing everything about the product. We are doing this by our hearts, we love tea. Which Mayak tea would you like to try? Thank you. Now if you have questions, we would be very happy to answer.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey all, and welcome back to BusinessUp Demo Day 2020. And we had 10 teams pitching today, and Raul, just wanted to ask you that, how do you feel, how did you see all the pitches, how did the teams do today?
Well, thank you for asking. In my opinion, it was a pleasure to see, well, many of you guys, from newcomers to experienced entrepreneurs, and a great combination of different ideas.
So now we have the most exciting part left. We'll announce the top 2 of BusinessUp Demo Day 2020. And without further ado, let's go to the runner-up of this BusinessUp Demo Day 2020. And for that, we have Raul to introduce the runner-up.
Thank you. So just to underline, the decision was very difficult, but we were only highlighting, mostly highlighting for the beautiful pitch and a refreshing business idea. And for that reason, the second place goes to Majak.
Congratulations, Susanna. And is it okay to ask, how do you feel? We're not surprised, but we're happy too. Congratulations. And to the big moment, the winner of BusinessUp Demo Day 2020, Turo.
Well, thank you. Thank you from my part. And as Raul was saying, this was a difficult decision because so many good teams, so many different paces in the teams. And we kind of went for the idea that's easy to understand, even for us. It's a novel idea, serving a new market, and serving a market that has a defined need. The team had a great execution speed, and they were really testing on ideas, going very fast forward, and they were also hoping to engage the network effect to harness the community to spread out their service and make the growth faster. And let's go forward for the winner.
So the winner is, can I have the drums please? It's Kitab. So as a winner, you are entitled to 1 day of legal services or consultation. I think Johanna will send you the gift certificate with more information. And there.
So the prizes will find you. Congratulations. The hugs will come later after COVID.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Markku. Do you want to comment? How do you feel?
Thank you very much. It's been an extremely interesting 10 weeks with the BusinessUp, and congratulations to all the colleagues there in Kitab. Everybody has an extremely good idea, and hopefully more than one will succeed from this bunch. Thank you.
Congratulations. So now BusinessUp comes to its end, so I want to invite Arto to the stage and say a couple closing words before we move on to the end part. So Arto, welcome to the stage.
All right, thank you so much. This has been an extremely interesting and educating 10 weeks. For the first 9 weeks, I kind of got younger, like 10 years. I was so enthusiastic to work with you, younger guys and girls, and you were awesome. And then for the last week, I grew old like 20 years when figuring out how to make this demo day happen. And I think we were ambitious. We did all kind of production. Not everything went as we planned, but I'm pretty sure we got it done. Everybody got heard, even those who were pitching online, and surprisingly, actually all the prizes went to the online pitchers. That's just how good you are. Not you, and good that technical issues didn't affect that. Many thanks for the jury and Jarkko, especially. I hope we can meet again next year. And my greatest regards and compliments to our mentors. We had several mentors. Not all are here. Some are listening our live stream, watching it. But for all of the mentors that were involved, not just the ones of Turku Science Park, but also the ones that we managed to get outside during these 10 weeks. Thank you so much. You helped a lot to get these teams going on. And they have really gone further. I can tell so much has happened during these 10 weeks. So big achievements. I'm surprised and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with them in the future. There will be other great accelerator programs running. So just keep your eyes and ears open and follow what will happen in the coming months and years, not just in here in Turku, but also elsewhere. And so we'll be back next year anyway in BusinessUp 2021. So see you, some of you as alumni and some of you just by hanging here at the Spark Up anyway. I know you are going to be here. Thank you very much for everyone.
I'll be very brief and to the point. So today, leaving this place, I should have a cup of tea and audiobook in Swahili. I should find somewhere the vending machine for the vegan noodle cup. I should be able to fix my apartment finally with our box. So many things, many good things have come to this. Wanted to also thank our technical guy, Ville and Josta Films. He's been biting his nails here, so thank you so much. And for the teams here, stay here in the premises. We have some snacks and drinks there. And for our audience remotely, feel free to reach out to Arto or Johanna to get in touch with these teams if you want to deliberate more and discuss. And just a final reminder, this is not the end, this is just the beginning. Turku Science Park is here, the teams are here. Stay connected and change the world. Thank you so much for today.